This week on USA Outback, we travel to Alabama to hunt with my good friends George Mayfield of the Roost and Don Shipp and Larry Shockey.
Beautiful moon.
We all love when a turkey hunt really comes together, but it doesn't always start out that way, as we found out the first morning of opening day.
Keep her going. We were real close. Well, it's opening day of turkey season. The things you do to find a bird, and I think we just did it up pretty good about now. What do you think, Shipp?
Yeah, I think we've done a good job. We was told we could get through this mud.
We heard a bird in this slough. We thought we'd go in after him, and well, we're kind of stopping right here, and we're going to listen for a little bit. What do you think?
You've heard of getting high-centered? We're high-centered.
Yeah.
Water's coming in our floorboard in our truck.
But don't go away yet. We have some great turkey hunting coming up. Well, you gonna hunt or you gonna fish?
Even though we found out how it felt to be stuck in the thick Alabama mud, that didn't keep us from trying to strike up a bird during our walk to the closest house, only 5 miles away. The fresh tracks in the mud confirmed what we heard earlier. Now it was a matter of the turkeys wanting to play along. A nightingale box call combined with a Walker's game ear 2 is a great way to locate gobblers when hunting in any terrain. Larry Shockey is a veteran turkey hunter and a grand master of the friction call. Shockey and his partner Don Shipp have won numerous team calling championships, and there is no better judge than a tough old longbeard that so far had eluded us on this morning's hunt.
I'm filming you, buddy. What do you think, Shock?
Well, my hunting tip for the day is don't never go hunting with Don Shipp letting him drive through a slough. As you see, that may happen. But if you do get stuck, stick with it, because that may happen.
He is the man.
That's my hunting tip for the day.
All right. Congratulations, brother. Thanks, man. What kind of hooks we got on this bird? There you go.
Well, we done about give up, I guess, and we was working our way back, and I got a hen to answer, and we was debating on whether she might have a gobbler with her, and we just sat down for a little bit and got her to fire up a couple times, and finally we heard a turkey drumming there with her, and we couldn't see them. They was off in the bottom across the little field from us, and I got him to tip out and crawl out to the edge of that, and I stayed back and kept them drumming. They faded back off in the swamp, and we lost them for about 30 or 40 minutes, and we split up and got around, got on each side of them, and was messing with them. And I got him fired up drumming like 5 or 6 different times, and they never would come. The hens would lead them away. lead them away. And finally, we got around and found a place where they had been feeding a lot, and got in there close, got set up, and had a hen come up real close to us. And finally, the big gobbler went to drumming and got down by the slough, and he flew across and just left the whole bunch. And we sat and didn't know what to do. And I got to cutting real hard, and a wad of turkeys gobbled back out where we first had started. These 2-year-olds, he'd kept the 2-year-olds back, and we were sitting there fairly close together. Anyway, the turkeys come on up real quick before we could get a camera set up or anything, and that one there walked right up on him, and he got a shot. First day of season. We didn't get it on film because we had to do so much water and so much stuff, but it was an awesome hunt. We worked for him about 3.5, 4 hours. No gobbling, just drumming, just tipping and slipping and staying with him. It was some kind of hunt.
That was awesome, man. Thank you so much. Walked about 7 miles, and this is a great reward at the end of the day.
Now it's time for the Lancaster Archery Supply Tech Tip with Rob Kaufhold.
Are you ready for the ultimate archery and bow hunting challenge? Try instinctive shooting with a traditional recurve or longbow. Instinctive shooting connects your mind to the arrow and its target, making concentration the key to success. Start with a lighter 30 to 45 pound bow until you've mastered your technique. 40 pounds is enough for close shots on whitetails and small game, but use 50 pounds or more for larger game. Longbows are the simplest and lightest of traditional bows, although they lack the speed of a recurve. Recurve bows offer a comfortable grip along with improved speed, accuracy, and smoothness over longbows. Traditional arrows are fletched with feathers and can be made with wood, aluminum, or the tough new carbon arrows. Shooting instinctively is much like throwing a ball in that the shot isn't really aimed as much as it is felt to be right as soon as the arrow is released. This depends greatly on concentration and repetitive practice. Start by shooting up close and moving back as you progress. I find that shooting 3 fingers under works well for hunting distances under 25 yards because it positions your arrow closer to your eye. For longer shots at 3D plinking or target shooting, split fingers work well for shots at greater distances. Experiment with both to see what works best for you. Use a finger in the corner of your mouth with the top of your hand against your cheekbone to secure your anchor for every shot. Stump shooting or roving is a fun way to practice instinctive archery. Anything can serve as a target. Use your imagination and just have fun with it. If you choose to hunt with your traditional gear, limit your shots to your effective range, usually no more than 20 yards. Journey into traditional archery as our ancestors practiced it, guiding your arrow on its way only with your instincts. I'm Rob Kaufhold, and that's your Lancaster Archery Tech Tip of the Week.
Now it's time for Call of the Week with Jim Strelick.
The Wingbone yelper, an alternative call. You know, turkeys hear a lot of different kinds of calls, but if you can get in an area and use something that everybody else isn't using, that'd be advantageous to you. So check this Wingbone yelper out. All you have to do to make this call work is pretend you have a straw in a Coke and then inhale on that straw. That's it. And if you put your hands around the end of it, you can get the sound to change just a little bit. Without the call in your mouth, it would look like this. Just like you're, let's say, kissing a mirror, but don't let any air out. Inhale. Now watch, I'll add the call. And you can tell by that, on a windy day, It gives you a lot of volume when you need it. That's the Wingbone Yelper, easy to use.
Code Blue introduces standing estrus. Each bottle is certified buck tested. This means a buck has already come to it, or was attempting to breed the doe from which we collected the urine. She stands. He attempts to breed. We bottle it. Standing estrus is the premium and most powerful peak estrus urine ever collected. The chase ends when the doe stands. Never before available. Supply is limited. Advance order your bottle today to ensure availability on September 1st, 2004.
Night and Hail Ultimate Whitetail 10. The biggest bucks in 10 years. Over 3.5 hours, including a special look back at the past 10 years of videos with commentary by Harold Knight and David Hale. The biggest bucks the Night and Hail Ultimate Hunting Team has ever taken on tape. Ultimate Whitetail 10. Available at your better sporting goods stores.
It ain't a turkey hunt without the turkey. and I think that's what brings us all together is that the bird and the challenge that it represents and the connection it really helps us make to our roots and our past. Mm-hmm. I mean, people wonder, well, there's our non-hunters. They want, what is it? What is it makes you get up in the middle of the night and do all the things that you do? I mean, the first thing they go for is the meat. Well, it's a turkey hunt, not a meat sport. What it's about for me, and I can't speak for everybody, but what it's been about for me is it's given me an opportunity to connect with my past. And it's a challenge in the sense of, I get to dance with the beast. If there's anything wild in these Alabama woods, it's the turkey. It gives me an opportunity to get away from the chaos that we call, the civilization we live in. I mean, we're out here, and I hadn't heard the phone ring, and I'm not traffic noise. Nobody putting the pressure on me to do anything. And
Good mental therapy.
well, you gotta have a respite from this world we live in. I mean, it'll kill you. It's so full of stress.
Some of the best turkey hunters in the world standing right here, folks. I'm gonna tell you now. I've been around them a long time. Let's go take a little ride to the truck.
Might even catch a fish, huh?
Yeah,
Make the day even better.
Oh.
He's as wild as he gets. So I can go out there and I can match my skills or lack of skills with this animal. It's all humiliating most of the time. And for me, I made a career out of it. You have too. And if without it, I don't know what kind of person I'd be. It's been important to me. It's what turkey hunting has been for me is an exercise in self-identity. What it's done is helped me deal with, how dehumanizing is all the technology and government sanctions and all these things that really take our individuality away from us. Give you a number, what's your social security number? I mean, it's dehumanizing. This puts you back to your roots, to where you come from.
Now it's time for Making Sense Out of Sense with Don Bell, brought to you by Code Blue.
Have you ever wondered about a mock scrape? You'd be walking down through the woods there down an old logging road or say an old fence row, and you look at it and you say, man, this would be a great place for a scrape. In fact, you're surprised that you don't see a scrape there. It's not very hard to make you a mock scrape. In fact, it can be very, very beneficial to you during pre-rut and also the first part of the peak of the rut. Let's say that you're going down an old logging road and you see there and you've got a place that you can put up a stand and you say, boy, here'd be a good place. All you got to do is get you a limb. Do not use your feet because you're going to put scent down, but get you an old limb or something off of a tree, break you out a place, 3-4 foot wide there, and rake it open and get you some buck urine. Do not put estrus in it at this point, but get you some buck urine and put the buck urine in it, and then also get you a tarsal gland and hang a tarsal gland up. You do not want to hang a tarsal gland up high. That's a very common mistake a lot of people make when you're whitetail hunting, because when you hang scent high, we as humans, we think that the higher we hang it, the further in the wind it's going to go. But in reality, what you're going to do is make that deer, as he comes up and smells, you're going to make him look at you, because behind his nose is his eyes, and you're going to make him look at you up in that tree. So you want to make a mock scrape, not hard. Simply get you a stick, limb, rake it out first part of the year, just prior to the peak of the rut. Put the buck urine in, hang your tarsal gland, get up and grunt. And folks, it'll be productive for you, and that works anywhere in North America. So this year, if you see a good area and you think, man, there ought to be a scrape here, it's not hard. Put you one there and you'll be successful.
Code Blue introduces standing estrus. Each bottle is certified buck tested. This means a buck has already come to it, or was attempting to breed the doe from which we collected the urine. She stands. He attempts to breed. We bottle it. Standing estrus is the premium and most powerful peak estrus urine ever collected. The chase ends when the doe stands. Never before available. Supply is limited. Advance order your bottle today to ensure availability on September 1st, 2004.
He knows big bucks don't get fooled by accident. He knows that Code Blue is the only one deer to one bottle deer scent. Each bottle is numbered and contains the urine from one deer through our patented scientific process, giving that buck the actual scent of a single individual deer. Know the rush of a successful hunt. Know what he knows. Code Blue, from one deer to one bottle.
There's no better teacher than an actual hunting experience, being able to learn from your mistakes and applying them on your next hunt. Everybody needs an edge. That's what makes a great hunter. Mine has been the Walker's Game Ear, being able to hear better than I've ever heard before. So let the Walker's Game Ear give you the edge you need.
Walker's Game Ear, maker of the finest hearing protection for hunters. Hear like you've never heard before and protect from the harmful effects of muzzle blast.
Cabela's, the world's foremost outfitter for hunting, fishing, and outdoor gear. Call us toll-free or shop online.
Secrets of the Pros is brought to you by Walker's Game Ear.
Hi, I'm George Mayfield, and here's a little tip for a turkey hunter. This is a hen track. You can tell by the size of it, the length of the toe and all. It's a large hen. It's not a little hen, rather large hen. If it's a gobbler track, it'd be somewhat longer. Be out here like that. The stride would be different if you could see the other one. And there's a way to tell the difference between a long beard and a jake. A jake's flat-footed, and on a jake track, well, you'll see that dimple right there. See that dimple right there? On a long beard, he's breast heavy, he's up on his tiptoes, and unless the ground's real soft, you won't see that. There's a tip for you. Turkey hunting tip. What's that? Get it? Did you hear that other turkey gobble way off? Did you hear that other turkey gobble way off? Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Birthday. Lord, was that beautiful or what? Denny?
Good job,
Denny,
buddy.
you the man, man. You the man. You the man. Denny, you bring us good luck. Every time we get together, we do something really cool. You go get that, Doug.
When that stops is when I stop.
Hey, man, I'm with you. I'm with you. The old handshake. Did you see that turkey? That turkey made us.
Yes, he did.
I'm over
That's a limb hanger there, buddy.
I'm over here fussing at Denny. Well,
Get the footage. Get the footage.
get the footage. Don't.
Got a good beard on him, too.
That's a limb hanger, buddy.
Well, me and Don and Shockey, you know what's cool about this?
Look at that, boy.
You know, this is right behind the roost. What is this? 500 yards behind the roost.
We were planning on coming over here and just shooting a couple cutaway shots, you know, because you got to have cutaway shots when you're putting a television show together. And no sooner when we get out of the truck,
On his own. Yeah, and you just got
a call made.
That happened last year. Right over
We were in the truck driving up here, and I said, you know, turkeys roosted right here last year, and I was kind of bragging on how we've taken this. It was a bean field 15 years ago and turned it into turkey habitat and deer habitat. And Alex has been running these turkeys around out here. He's not going to be real proud of us.
No, your son is not going to be a happy boy here at Egan's house.
But at the same time, we heard another turkey gobble right here, and I've seen 4 on down this tree line right here. So they'll come on in here. Like I was telling you in preseason scouting, these turkeys hadn't moved in here yet. And they're just now doing it.
Hands won't jump in stuff in this.
Yeah.
Big boys will fall.
That's wonderful. I mean, Lord give us that one.
If you want a fantastic turkey hunting experience, be sure and give George Mayfield a call here at the Roost. And they have some great turkey hunting, good bass fishing, fantastic deer hunting. That's why I'm here this spring, is because the only way I could get my deer head back that I shot here at the Roost was if I came down here spring turkey hunting with George again. So we had a great trip, buddy. George, I can't thank you enough.
Thank you, Denny.
So be sure and give our friends here at the Roost a call. And always remember, it doesn't matter whether you're hunting or fishing. Your actions represent millions of other sportsmen out there with what you do. So always be an ethical sportsman. We'll see you next week right here on USA Outback. The truck, but right there, you can see the truck. You can't be looking at the truck. You can see the truck.
Closer to the truck.
For more information about USA Outback, visit our website. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the Outback.